The dark elves of Tanalon, the Tyrantborn. Beneath Tanalon, in the dark nation of Talzerth, power does not rise from crowns, it rises from the dark. This dossier concerns the dark elves known as the Lords Below. Ancient rulers of buried cities, obsidian courts, and silent warhouses hidden far beneath the surface world. They are not wilderness raiders. They are not scattered tribes. They are a civilization built under stone, blood, discipline, and fear. Their culture prizes control, patience, assassination, and political survival. Every noble house is a weapon. Every alliance is temporary. Every smile may hide a death sentence. By the time the Lords Below come for you, the decision has already been made. The route has already been mapped. The blade has already been chosen. And if you see them standing in front of you, it is because every better chance to escape has already passed. To understand the Lords Below, you must first understand how they see the world. The surface is not their homeland. It is not sacred ground. It is not a realm worthy of respect. To the dark elves of Talzerth, the surface is a polluted stratum, full of weakness, mercy, sunlight, and soft civilizations that mistake survival for strength. They call it the playground. They call it the pantry, a place for raids, sport, flesh, information, and punishment. Their true domain lies beneath. Talzerth is a sprawling underworld carved through obsidian, crystal, and ancient stone. Its cities do not reach upward. They descend, layer after layer, deeper into pressure, darkness, and control. The dark elves rejected the surface gods long ago. They do not pray upward, they rule below. And in their eyes, every kingdom above them is only temporary meat waiting to be harvested. The dark elves of Talzerth are built for speed, precision, and controlled violence. Most stand near 6 feet tall, lean and muscular, with movements trained from childhood for silence, balance, and sudden attack. Their skin ranges from coal black to pale violet, often resembling polished stone under low light. Their eyes shine in unnatural colors: purple, crimson, blood ruby, and sometimes rare gemstone tones like sapphire, jade, or topaz. Those rare eyes are not cosmetic. They mark ancient magical bloodlines. Their hair is worn in spider silk falls, braids, or war knots, often white, silver, or jet black. Their bodies are pierced with enchanted dark silver and obsidian, each ornament tied to rank, house, victory, or ritual debt. Their clothing follows the same logic as their warfare: minimal, elegant, dark, functional, flowing coats, high collars, void silk, ash-colored armor, and thin chainmail designed for quiet movement. Nothing is accidental. Every detail tells you who they are, who they serve, and how dangerous they are allowed to be. The dark elves of Talzerth are not made cruel by short lives or desperate survival. They are semi-immortal. Some live for thousands of years. Age does not make them wise, it makes them worse. Centuries give them time to perfect appetite, ritual, punishment, and pleasure. Their society is built around domination, and even their food reflects that belief. They drink black wine, a thick alchemical underworld brew that stains the teeth and burns through memory. It is not only a drink, it is status, addiction, and ritual. They consume abyssal fungi, glowing mushrooms grown deep beneath Talzerth. These fungi serve as food, narcotic, and hallucination, feeding the decadence of the courts below. And at the lowest point of their culture sits the worst truth: they eat only what they completely dominate. To the Lords Below, cruelty is not an impulse. It is refinement, it is tradition, it is civilization. Dark elf society is not built on justice. It is built on dominance. At the top stands the tyrant. Gender does not matter. King or queen, the title is the same. The tyrant is the final predator of Talzerth, chosen through ritual combat, arcane duels, assassination, and political survival. Below the tyrant are the ancient clans. Their bloodlines are traced through sorcery, conquest, mutation, and murder. They serve as advisors, generals, assassins, and priests of the underworld. But loyalty in Talzerth is never clean. Every advisor is also a rival. Every rival is waiting for weakness. Below them are the hunted, slaves, prisoners, failed houses, surface captives, debt-bound servants, anyone too weak to defend their place in the hierarchy. In Talzurth, strength is the only virtue. Weakness is not pitied. It is collected, it is punished, it is owned. This is the architecture of dominance, one ruler above, ancient clans beneath, and a world of victims crushed under the weight of obsidian power. Among the dark elves of Talzurth, skin is not private. It is a record. The powerful bear glowing white sigils across the face and body. These marks are not decoration. They show rank, ancestry, clan loyalty, arcane inheritance, and political worth. To be marked is to belong. To be marked is to have a place in the cutthroat structure of Talzurth. The marked are protected by clan power, but they are also trapped by it. Every symbol on the body carries expectation, debt, and threat. Then there are the blank, the tattooless. Unmarked skin is a curse in Talzurth. It means exile, criminal blood, clanless birth, or public disgrace. The blank have no ancestral protection, no political shield, no recognized power. They are treated no better than cattle. Many become mercenaries, killers, spies, or disposable blades for noble houses that will never admit using them. In Talzurth, a glowing mark can make you powerful, but bare skin can make you prey. Dark elves do not separate magic from warfare. To them, the blade and the spell are the same discipline. They do not rely on healers. They do not kneel before priests. They do not pray for restoration. They feed. Their first weapon is blood magic, the art of taking another body's agony and turning it into strength, healing, or survival. A wounded dark elf does not need mercy. They need a victim. Their second weapon is void magic, a forbidden force used to tear at space, perception, and sanity. It does not only damage the body, it breaks the mind's ability to trust what is real. Their third weapon is shadow magic, stealth incantations that cloak movement, silence breath, and erase sound from a kill. And beneath all of it waits abyssal magic, raw, unholy destruction used to unravel flesh, spirit, and soul. A dark elf mage warrior does not cast from behind the battle line. They enter the killing ground with spell and steel together. And when they leave, the wounded do not remain wounded. They become fuel. The dark elves of Talzurth wage war beneath stone, in tunnels, ruins, caverns, and black corridors where sunlight never reaches. Their weapons are built for close quarters, ambush, and silence. Their melee arsenal is forged from jagged obsidian and dark metal pulled from the black veins of Talzurth. Their blades are cursed, their whips are barbed. Their chains are designed to bind, tear, and drag prisoners back into the depths. At range, they favor hand crossbows, small, quiet, easy to conceal. Each bolt is tipped with paralytic venom, killing poison or alchemical agents designed to blind, weaken, or silence the target before the real attack begins. Every warrior carries multiple poisons. And then there is their beast cavalry, blind, two-legged lizard, mounts bred in absolute darkness. They navigate by smell, hearing, vibration, and instinct. Their hooked talons let them climb stone walls in silence. In the tunnels of Talzurth, war does not begin with a battle cry, it begins with a bolt in the dark, then chains, then silence. Among the dark elves of Talzurth, silence is not absence, it is control. They rarely speak among themselves in combat. A spoken order can reveal position, a raised voice can expose fear, a shouted command can give the enemy 1 second too much. To the lords below, that is weakness. Their voices, when used, are soft, cold, and controlled. They do not waste breath on threats unless the threat has already become unavoidable. Their true language is gesture. A hand sign can open a raid. A finger movement can mark a target. A shift of the wrist can order capture, torture, retreat, or execution. This gestural command system is used in raids, rituals, assassination teams, and war councils. It is fast, silent, and understood only by those trained inside the clan structure. When the gates open, there are no war horns, no battle cries, no warning. Only movement in the dark. Only the whisper of steel. By the time the surface hears them, the first victims are already dead. The dark elves of Talzurth do not march across open ground. They arrive through hidden gates. Their raiding network stretches from the depths of Talzurth into the surface world through blood-carved runes, void stone passages, buried caverns, cliff faces, cursed forests, and forgotten ruins. Most kingdoms do not know they are already connected to the underworld. That is the danger. A village may sleep above a sealed gateway. A noble estate may have one beneath its chapel. A fortress may have one inside a cave system no soldier has checked in generations. When the raid begins, the pattern is simple. First, infiltrate. Strike silently from hidden nodes before alarm bells can sound. Second, extract. Take slaves, gold, forbidden knowledge, or living targets marked for sport. Third, vanish. Retreat through the gateways before the surface can organize pursuit. By sunrise, there may be no tracks, no army to chase, only empty beds, blood on the floor, and a gate already sealed beneath the earth. The dark elves of Talzerth do not measure wealth in gold alone. They measure it in flesh, in secrets, in obedience. Their economy is built on domination. Slaves are labor, currency, status, food, messengers, and political tools. A captured body is not seen as a person. It is inventory. Even speech follows this system. A dark elf master will often refuse to speak directly to surface dwellers. To them, speaking to lesser beings is degradation, so they use the voice. The voice is a trained slave proxy, educated in trade, diplomacy, contracts, and threat language. The voice negotiates prices, carries terms, signs agreements, and speaks for the master. The surface merchant may think he is doing business. He is not. He is being evaluated. The master watches in silence, hidden behind shadow, while the proxy speaks. To the lords below, this is not arrogance, it is order. They do not speak to food. Not every dark elf remains in Talzerth. Some are cast out. The tattooless are clanless individuals, driven from the deep warrens, stripped of protection, rank, and ancestral claim. Without sigils, they carry no recognized place in the underworld. So they survive above ground. As mercenaries, assassins, spies, or, in rare cases, reluctant heroes. But the surface does not welcome them. Doors close when they enter. Children are pulled from the streets. Soldiers keep their hands near their weapons. Even when a tattooless dark elf obeys the law, no one truly relaxes. That fear has a name. The Tanalon stigma. Even if they topple tyrants, kill demons, or save cities from things worse than themselves, they are never fully trusted. They carry the permanent scent of blood, and the surface remembers what came from below. For centuries, the surface has comforted itself with one belief. The dark elves do not want to conquer. They see the surface as too soft, too bright, too weak, and too exposed for permanent rule. That belief may no longer be enough. Rumors now speak of a new tyrant rising beneath Talzerth, one strong enough to unite the warring clans, silence old rivalries, and gather a force large enough to shake the surface kingdoms. This is the threat called the Obsidian Crusade. Its purpose is not colonization, it is harvest. Entire kingdoms taken for flesh, slaves, secrets, blood sport, and ritual consumption. The lords below do not fear the light, they simply do not live in it. When they come, it is not because they want your fields, your castles, or your thrones. They come because they hunger, and all the running will only make the hunt last longer.